Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. We are going to the Promised Land. Yes, we are. We're going because it's definitely judgment for the heathens and the Gentiles. Anything that was not here prior to 1619, gotta go. Okay, so this is logic before reasoning, or logic before authority channel. What? No, wait. Okay, this is Enter the Stars. Now there was now Enter the Stars. You can look on my what is it? You can see all of the people that I've subscribed to, and then you can see all of the people that I look at. There's this one. Her name is Tamara. Make sure you subscribe to her. Enter the Stars is another one. Um, Logic before authority. Um, there's just a whole bunch of ones. Most definitely, not most wanted. Please subscribe to him. And oh, shout out to everyone who donated. Earl donated, and Jefferson, Raquel, Earl, Jefferson. Oh, I've written it down here. Okay, I just want to thank the person that donated today. And then yesterday was $50. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. But it was Raquel. It was Earl, Rashida. Thank you so much, Rashida. Thank you. So I put it on there. Oh, here it is. Frederick. Okay, thank you. Okay, Jefferson. Thank you. Earl, Tasha Thompson. Thank you. She always donates. But just thank you so much. Okay. William Carter, Tasha. Okay, so thank you so much. Now, let's go to this. Let's go to this. Didn't I tell you? I told you that that they're from Jupiter. I said they were from Jupiter, didn't I? Now nobody knows that these Gentiles and white people are from Jupiter, but now you're gonna find out where they're really from. They're from Jupiter. Look at the movie They Live. When you watch They Live, you will see at the ending of the part where we're talking about senators, police chiefs, lawyers, doctors, people that hung us on trees. People, the people all in the government, they're wearing suit and ties and they're going on a spaceship. They're going back to Jupiter. Go look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Quill is a thief from planet Jupiter. They're all from Jupiter. So Jupiter is a thieving planet, and Saturn is Cain. Cain is the one. Okay, like Jupiter cannot look at Saturn because it's nothing but a black planet. Mars, Jupiter destroyed Mars. So anyway, just look at this right here. This is Enter the Stars. Now there's a thank you, Tracy Steele. She had told me to watch Enter the Stars, and I always been watching Enter the Stars all the time. So get their channel. I'm gonna leave a link, a description. But listen to him. He's letting you know that they're from Jupiter. see, it's not me. Before I even looked at him, I knew that they were from planet Jupiter because of the way that they came here on this planet. They came here thieving. Before we didn't have any problems before they came here. Before 1619, before the 1700s, we didn't have any problems because they weren't here. They were dropped down from a spaceship, and Enter the Stars actually show that they were dropped down from a spaceship. But he doesn't know that they were dropped down in the year 1313 and then the year 1515 in Germany, and then they migrated into the Moorish states and countries in Morocco and everything, and that's how they took over the Moors, and that's how the Moors was able to bring them over here because the people that come from Jupiter can manipulate your mind into doing whatever it wants you to do. That's why the Moors are so stupid, because they must have manipulated their mind. Because I mean, how else would you bring your worst of your worst? But anyway, the people from Jupiter are the worst of the people that have been, that took us over. And so the point is that if you're from another planet, There is a time limit on which you can stay on this planet and rule. Okay, so their time is already up. You can see almost every video that's showing right now is showing about the exposure of the Gentiles and the heathens. Okay, so now I'm gonna make some more videos on my Patreon right now. I didn't make any yesterday, because I'm busy. I have two babies to look after right now. Let's see if she's still sleeping. Okay, so I gotta keep this low because she's right over there. Okay, my grandbaby. Okay, so I'm just gonna just make. Okay, so
like you can master the human body. Then he is preparing the way for an alien invasion of the entire race. Now let's go fast forward to 51 minutes and 54 seconds.
okay, he's talking about an alien invasion of the entire race, which is which already happened already. Remember I told you as soon as they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, that's when the UFO abduction started to happen. Right after that. Okay, so they were already going to abduct and and clone the white people to become an army. Okay, so what's happening is that they have abducted mostly all of the white people, and they clone them to create an army to destroy them, to be replaced. And that's what's happening now with the Voom Vooms. Okay, so another species had entered their body when they took the Voom Vooms. Now they are patented and owned, and now they're gonna be owned here to go back to Jupiter. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just saying, when we talk about Cain, okay, shout out to Yeshua Pandera. Thank you, Yeshua Pandera, for paying attention. Thank you, because you and all of my followers, thank you so much. It's only a few of you. That's why it's really true. Only a few will be going to the promised land, because dang, I mean, only a few. Nobody's really paying attention to this, but this is very important because it's letting you know that the Voom Vooms is going to be linked to the cell phone, because he just goes into that too. He said go watch the movie The Cell. In the next 1 to 2 years, people are going to be running for their lives because it's going to be the person who took the Voom Voom versus the ones who didn't. And the ones who took it is going to be chasing the ones who didn't. I mean, like chasing them down like dogs, and because they're going to be turning into zombies. This is what he's breaking down. And most videos that I'm showing you is breaking Net Most Wanted. He broke it down. They finna turn. They finna chase people. And I was telling you that earlier, that they're going to chase people. Like, who are they gonna chase? You know those Hebrew Israelites that stand on the corner? I'm gonna be rolling. Anyway, they finna be chased. I'm just trying to tell you, because they in the Bible. You can't be in the Bible like that. When you're in the middle of hell, you have to find the one that. And this is what he's trying to tell you. You have to. Netmost Wanted is telling you you have to identify the one that got you fucked up. Now you have to identify it. If you don't, then you're going to be succumbed to it. They're going to chase you. They're going to kill you. They're going to chase you. Well, the people that stand on the corner that's with the Bible, that got their brain in the Bible and not what you're supposed to be focused on, because it's the senators and the mayors and everybody that has to leave. So if they're leaving, they're going to try to take us out. They're going to try to kill us all. So the ones who stand on the corner of Hebrew, anybody that's in religion, I'm talking about the Moors, everybody that's in this religion shit that did not get to who they supposed to get to. God was trying to tell you, you're not supposed to be in the Bible. You're supposed to get to the one that's gonna kill you. Okay, watch. Because listen, before he start, because in that shot, if the person survived, they reach semiosis. If they reach semiosis, then they're turning. They're gonna have extra human strength. They're gonna have intelligence where they can jump over buildings and go through walls and shit. Not go through walls, but go through windows and jump over. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like zombies. Okay, and they're gonna have, because the one guy in the Senate building who said this thing is classified. Oh, this is classified. He kept saying classified. He was talking about this moment right here. This is what he was talking about. Well, now, why would the government turn other people into, well, shit. What you mean? Because I hear people, well, why would the government do such a thing? Well, why was they hanging gods on trees? They murdered Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King, who were gods. What were they? What was Martin Luther King and Malcolm X trying to do? They were, and the Black Panthers and all of them who struggled. What were they trying to do? They were just trying to live. We're just trying to live. They came to us and was murdering us. We didn't go to them. So evidently they don't give a damn, especially if they leaving. They really finna take out everybody. Sorry, I got this bulletproof bra on. I have to, yeah, cause when I go outside, I don't be playing shit. Anyway, cause hell. So anyway, but I'm telling you right now, it's going down. It's going down, and the police officers are no more. We don't. There's no more police cars. There's no more. There's no more. There's no more. They don't wear uniforms. They wear their civilian clothes. I seen bulletproof vest on, and a badge. Okay, and you know, so it's gonna be war out here. Y'all better get y'all bulletproof bras like I got, because you never know what's gonna happen. Shit, you never know. I had to go outside and go do some stuff, and so. But anyway, you just gotta be prepared because. But anyway, now, okay. So let's just look at him.
I want you to listen to this. I'm going to kind of read this to you. Explorer Omicron prepared to make his report on planet Earth. Now, what you're going to hear next, they're going to describe with very specific language here exactly how the system is set up to keep the lower class enslaved to the rich. And this is very telling. It feels as though it's happening right now. Now, ironically, as you're going to hear, the aliens decide that they should focus all their attention on the 1% because they control everything, right? Watch and listen. We record the images of your brain. Will it be very long? No. I've made a formidable discovery with which we can conquer this planet with a very small army. 1. I have divided the creatures into 2 groups. Creatures of the first category and creatures of the second category. This is the first category and this is the second. Those of the first are much scarcer. Those of the second more numerous. But their value is quite different. A gentleman of the first category is worth more than 1,000 poor of the second. Top-notch creatures have all the power and wealth on Earth. And if we are cunning and incorporate only them, we will save time and men and become masters of the planet.
Okay, you see them? These are white people. These are all of the. Remember the people that came over here? They were all of them. The rich people and all that. They are not from this planet. You see, they're not from this planet. They're not human. And everybody been saying that who's conscious, that we've been saying that they're not human because, see, and he's trying to explain this to you.
Then we will have to eliminate the second category. The second category, indispensable. Why? What? Because they buy the products at the first rate. Wait, let's back that up. Because they buy the products of the first-rate creatures. They are the consumers. Without them, the planet would go to ruin. For this, the industry has to conquer the markets with its products. Excuse me, if these creatures do not have wealth, who gives them the money to consume?
Okay, so when he says creatures, he mean that in a literal sense. Real creatures. That means that the white people, Mexican, Chinese, $5 Indians are creatures. And they're trying to get the black people who are indigenous, because all of the black people who are indigenous are gods. Okay, so understand that. And when we talk about gods, we're talking about like human demigods, human gods. Okay, well, ourselves came here to live as a human. We didn't come here to be conquered by no creature, but it happened. And so some God brought us here 40,000 years ago. Dang, where's that book? Oh, here it is. Right here in this book. Go to page where it says they call themselves the planters. In this book, the planters. These men are from, not this alien here, but In here it talks about the black men that are from Saturn. They created Saturn because they create little baby planets and grows it into bigger planets. That's what they do. They create planets. Well, well, um, the black people in Saturn brought us here. Those are all Cain people. So Cain said, when we come down here to to look upon our children better be right, because when we left them here, when we dropped them down here 40,000 years ago, they were fine. So when we come here, we better see them fine. Well, when they come, they know that we're not fine. We're dying. We've been hanging. So that's why Cain, um, the uh, the movie, what's that? What's that movie I was talking about with Cain on Loki? Loki, number Disney Channel, episode 6, where Cain said to Loki, "You think you're evil? You wait till my variants get at you. You wait." Now, who is Cain? Cain is everything that makes the Gentile and the heathens die. So Cain comes in Fauci. He comes in Dr. Fauci. He comes in Trump, because Trump had to come and announce the corona. And then he mashed on. Every time I think about that man, he made me. That's funny. But what kind of president is that? He comes to kill his own kind. Mm. Y'all better mask up and get back. Y'all better telling black people, y'all better get back in the house because it's corona. Separate, mask up, boom, and then he's mashed on out. That's a grim reaper right there. And then Bill Gates and his wife talking about only the blacks and Mexicans gonna get it. Really? Well, why is it that it's only the? And I told you on my Facebook the moment it said it, I said, okay, the reason why they say it's gonna be blacks and Mexicans is to make the white people not be so trigger happy when they find out, oh, it's about us. I'm gonna kill you, because white people will kill you once they find out it's about the. Ooh, once man. Now see, guess what? They know that it's tagged. They're it. You want to know why? Because they're the only ones that's dying by the Voom Voom, and the media is hushing it up. They're not saying a word. You can't even talk about it. I'm barely can get through this thing. Get a copyright strike on this thing, and he's just telling everybody how Enter the Stars is basically saying what I just said, that the white people do not come from this planet. Do you know how devastating that is? To find out that you don't even come from here? And now there's a time limit on which you can stay here. 400 years. They gave them that 400 years time mark. Really was 250 years, really, to be honest. But I'm just saying, 400 years. They marked it. It's even carved in stone on the Georgia Guidestones. See, there's no way to get around that. And he's letting you know that these creatures came here to take us over. But there's a time limit on which you can do that. You can't reign supreme forever. And this is the end. And this is why every other video you see is all about them taking it. Now, shout out to Yeshua Pandera for bringing up Lisa Haven. He said, Kathy, I seen Lisa Haven, and ooh wee. Now, she's a racist, but see, you have to look at people like her, Glenn Beck and all that. You want to see Alex Jones. You want to see people like that, because they'll let you know, well, what's going on with them. Well, what's going on with you? The most horrible shit is happening to them right now, especially with the federal. See, the federal department is what's real. I'm happy, because this is why I say it's the most greatest, wonderful time of the year, because Christmas is going to be their worst. It's going to be their worst, especially next year. Oh man, you're going to see them getting on trains. You're going to see them being forced. You think they're going to be forced to take the Voom Voom? They're going to be forced to get on a train next. After the shot, they got to be quarantined. And guess what? When they say, and guess what? Now they're saying, well, yeah, we have the FEMA camps, and it's already quarantined just for the people who didn't take it. Oh, really? Yeah, and then that the same thing you said when you said that blacks and Mexicans was gonna take it first. Oh, now you talking about, well, because they made all of the FEMA camps. Maybe I think about what, I think it was like 5 or 6 of them in each state. In each various states, there are FEMA camps already built with the barbed wire fence and all that. Let me see who showed that video. I'll find that video. But let's just get into him. But what I'm saying is that they're saying that they're going to put people in those who didn't take it. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. No, they're going to put people who's chasing. Listen, let me tell you something. It's finna go down. They finna put them in there. They finna put them in there. And guess what? It has nothing to do with black people. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how your ass is comfy cozy in your house? And while you comfy cozy, look at what's going on with white people and the Gentiles. They are forced to take it. I'm just saying. I mean, you can just see what's going on.
Class creatures, but they don't give it to them. They lend it to them. You guys, this is evil. With so-called closed circuit system. Now listen to the rest of this. Because it is describing exactly our monetary system that enslaves humanity. Closed circuit system. First they make them work in their factory. Then they loan them the money. Then they convince them to buy their products so that they return the money. But then they do not return everything. And for that reason they sign letters. Those are like loans, deeds, things like this, right? So they're showing society with the money that they have left, they feed the monetary circulation, consuming other products. These other consumptions cause a redistribution of income. And each new purchase, new payment, new profit for the first-class creatures, new production, new redistribution. Well, now you can go it alone. This is our world. This is why the best thing you can do is get completely out of debt. The next best thing you can do is be independent of the financial system by owning only the things that help you be independent. Low-cost land, something you've built yourself, away from their grid, away from their mechanism of control, because this is what they feed off of. And then you have to try to not be a consumer. Don't consume all of the things that they're telling you that you need. If your car runs, then it's good enough.
Okay, this is the problem here. He's saying the shit like as if you could really do this shit. For one, you need money to get off the grid. For two, when you get off the grid, they'll come and get you. Because there's no white people that's living off the grid. They're coming to get them. They can't live off the grid like that, especially not in California. Not like that. I mean, but anyway, I mean, he talking about, you can't. See, this is what, and he said to pay for some land. You're not supposed to pay, well, black people are not supposed to be paid. See, this is why they have to go. This is why they're leaving. Because he's saying that you got to buy some land. Buy some land. This is why they have to go, because we have this language that we have to buy what is already rightfully ours. We don't have to buy shit. No, they have to pay us. But see, they can't even do that. See, I told you they can't give us reparations because reparations is their death. They have to die. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Let's go ahead and see. Now I have to go to Net Most Wanted now. Okay, but first because he's talking about they come from Jupiter and that the creatures that he's talking about are the white people, the $5 Indians that are not from here, and that they made poverty, like I was telling you before, that they made poverty for us to gravel over so that we can do whatever they say. That's why we live in poverty. We paying rent on our own land. That's an abomination. So that's why now when God say, well, you're supposed to be doing something about that, it's like, okay, I do. I have to write, because I can only do what I can do. I can't go over there and shoot them. I have to go and talk to them by email or by fax, Because remember now, we can't go to their office. They have to stay away from us. You see, they literally have to stay away from us. So we have to literally do what we can do. We just email them. But now we don't even. I don't even have to do that. Ooh, that's what I wanted to say too. We don't have to write them anymore. We did what we had to do. We none of our efforts went in vain. We were supposed to write to the senators to let them know that you better take heed to this letter and come up off my shit, or you're gonna die within 3 months. And they did, and they are now. Now the Oklahoma Bass Reeves cops and everything in Oklahoma, they're forced to take it now. Yeah, it's all through Congress. I'll show that to you. I'll show it to you, but let's just stick with the Enter the Stars. But I have to make some other videos to put on Patreon and then Rumble right now. So, but he's just talking about the creatures, the white people that are here.
Don't go out to dinner all the time, wasting money, because that's more consumerism. Don't buy something just because the one that you had is old. If it works, just keep it. You'd be shocked at how few things that you need. So, spells it right out, right there for you. Now, there's a weird labor union storyline that emerges in the film, because the alien Omicron works at a factory, and Omicron decides to stage a strike. So he pins his manager against this wall, and he paints the word cornudo around him.
Ooh,
let's go to that.
Hold on. Speaking of wall, did you hear about that Osteen man that put a whole bunch of money in his wall?